All right, Mr. Schuman, do we still have power on the camera? All right, counsel, given the nature of our proceeding, the court elects to proceed in light of the whiz-bang system power shortage. And we'll just have to do it the old-fashioned way. All right, proceed. Do you have any other exhibits that are electronically generated? All right.
Okay.
Thank you, counsel.
Ms. Lopez, please give me the first names of your three closest friends.
Por favor, deme el primer nombre de sus tres amistades más cercanas.
Victoria González.
Victoria,
You just need to give us
O
the first
Victoria.
Victoria,
Alma.
Alma,
En Coralia.
and Coralia.
You told us the other day that you were expecting a policeman to come to the house and ask you some questions, correct?
Usted nos dijo el otro día que esperaba que un oficial de la policía llegara a su casa a hacerle algunas preguntas, ¿correcto?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. And were you concerned after so much time went by and no police officer came?
¿Y se preocupó usted después de que cierto tiempo pasó y no llegó un oficial de la policía?
No, ¿y por qué?
No. Why should I?
Well, you knew the information you had was important, correct?
Bueno, usted sabía que la información que usted tenía era importante, ¿correcto? Todavía no contesté.
Overruled.
Puede contestar.
No lo sé.
I don't know.
Well, a moment ago you testified that you thought that the information you had was important, didn't you?
Bueno, hace un momento usted nos dijo que usted pensaba que la información que usted tenía era importante. ¿No es así?
No importante, peligrosa tal vez.
Not important. Dangerous, maybe.
Well, you just testified a few moments ago that you thought the information you had was important.
Bueno, acaba de dar testimonio hace un
Isn't that
momento
true?
que usted pensaba que la información que usted tenía era importante. ¿Es eso cierto?
Si usted lo dice.
If you say so.
I'm asking you, Ms. Lopez, did you consider the information important?
Yo le estoy preguntando a usted, señora López, que si considera usted la información importante.
Para mí no.
Not to me.
Okay. So when you told us a few minutes ago that the information you knew and had was important,
Así que cuando usted nos dijo hace un momento que la información que usted sabía que tenía
you weren't being
era
honest with
importante,
us?
Sustained.
Well, why did you tell us it was important
¿por qué nos dijo que era importante?
if in fact you did not believe it to be important?
Si de hecho usted no creía que era importante.
Porque nunca llegaron a preguntarme, nunca les importó antes.
Because no one ever came to ask me about it. No one ever worried about it before.
Well, after the murders,
Bueno, después de los asesinatos,
lots and lots of people came by the Simpson home, correct?
muchas personas llegaron a la casa del señor Simpson, ¿correcto?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. Hundreds and thousands of cars began driving up and down Rockingham and Ashford.
Cientos y miles de carros empezaron a conducir por las calles Rockingham y Ashford.
Es verdad.
That's true.
Lots and lots of reporters camped out at the Rockingham.
Muchos
Intersection.
reporteros llegaron a la intersección de la Rockingham.
Sí, es verdad.
Yes, that's true.
And the police were called in to handle the traffic, correct?
Y se le llamó a la policía para que se hicieran cargo del tránsito, ¿correcto?
Es verdad.
That's true.
Okay, and there were policemen surrounding Mr. Simpson's home
Y
during that
habían-
first week after the murders, correct?
Policías rodeando la casa del señor Simpson durante la primera semana después de esos asesinatos, ¿correcto?
Es verdad.
That's true.
And those policemen were in uniform?
Y esos policías estaban uniformados.
Unos y otros no.
Some of them and others weren't.
Okay, and those policemen all had badges, correct?
Y todos esos policías tenían carnets, ¿no?
Yo creo.
I think so.
But you never stopped one and told him or her about the information that you had, did you?
Pero usted nunca paró a ninguno de ellos y le dijo a él o a ella la información que usted tenía.
¿Por qué?
Why?
Because you thought it was important.
Porque pensaba que era importante.
Si ellos no vienen a mí, yo no voy a ir a buscarlos.
If no one comes to me, I'm not going to go looking for somebody.
You said that you never go looking for anybody? Is that what you said?
Usted dice que...
Just stay.
Okay, well, what did you say?
Bueno, ¿qué fue lo que dijo? No conteste.
Oh,
Bueno, ¿qué fue lo que dijo?
Que yo no lo pudiera buscar a la policía para informarles.
That I am not going to go looking for the police to inform them.
You only had to go right outside your own front door, correct?
Solamente tenía que ir justamente afuera de la puerta de enfrente de la casa donde usted estaba, ¿correcto?
Sí.
Yes.
But you did go looking for Michelle, didn't you?
Pero usted sí fue a buscar a Michelle. ¿Es eso así?
No la fui a buscar a Michelle yo, señor.
I didn't go look for Michelle, sir.
Can I have the-
is that an objection at this point?
We SDT. Okay, we SDT the phone bills from GTE, and
All right, let me see counsel at sidebar.
they told us they were faxing them to the court.
All right, thank you, counsel. Mr. Darden, please proceed.
Ms. Lopez, let me show you a copy of a phone bill, an actual phone bill.
Señora López, déjeme mostrarle una copia de una cuenta telefónica para el número 310-472-0900.
The bill date is,
La fecha del cobro es 28 de junio de 94.
maybe mark people's
Se puede marcar
91.
Fiscalía 91.
People 91.
I'm indicating 91 in the upper right-hand corner, Your Honor. Ms. Lopez, showing you the bill marked 91. Please take that.
Señora López, mostrándole la cuenta que está marcada, Fiscalía 91. Por favor, tome eso.
Do you see,
Your Honor, could we have Mr. Dodger turn his microphone on, please?
Yes.
do you see your telephone number
¿Ve usted su número de
on the
teléfono
face of that bill?
en la parte de enfrente de ese cobro?
Sí.
Yes.
I'm going to ask you to take a look through the pages,
Quiero
if you will,
pedirle
please.
que ojee las páginas. ¿Se podría hacerlo, por favor?
Do you see many of the telephone numbers you called
¿Ve usted muchos de los números de teléfonos donde usted llamó
during the month of June
durante el mes
1994?
de junio de 1994?
Sí, señor, los de Glendale.
Yes, sir. The ones from Glendale.
Okay.
Es que no solamente yo uso este teléfono, también lo usa mi patrona.
It's
Porque de
just
ella.
that I'm not the only one that uses this telephone. The lady that I work for also uses it because it's hers.
Well, you were the only one home on June 13, 14, and 15, correct?
Bueno, pero usted fue la única persona que estuvo en casa durante el 13, el 14 y el 15 de junio, ¿correcto?
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
Let me show you page 6 of the phone bill.
Déjeme mostrarle la página número 6 del cobro.
Okay. And there are 5 phone calls between June 11 and June 16 to the United Kingdom, correct?
Y hay 4 o 5 llamadas a Inglaterra entre el 11 de junio y el 16 de junio, ¿correcto?
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
And you made those calls?
¿Y usted hizo esas llamadas?
Pues si están en esa fecha, yo las hice, señor.
Well, if they happened on that date, on those dates, then I made them, sir.
Ma'am. Do you recall calling the Salingers to tell them about the traffic problems in the area?
¿Recuerda haberle llamado a los señores Salinger para comunicar?
Objection, Your Honor.
What's the legal ground?
The grounds is this is, the court has to see the bill. The court look at the bill and you understand better what I'm indicating.
I've got the bill in front of me.
And look at the period. Check the form of the question. I think it's unfair to the witness, Your Honor, based upon that.
Overruled.
In calling the Salingers in the UK,
¿Llamó usted a los señores Salinger
were you calling them to tell them about the traffic problems in the area?
en Inglaterra?
Overruled.
¿Le llamó para comunicarles los problemas de tránsito que estaban ocurriendo?
Sí, señor, le llamé.
Yes, sir. I called them.
Did you tell them about the traffic problems?
¿Le dijo de los problemas de tránsito?
No recuerdo si hablé con ella porque no tienen diferente tiempo y nunca los encontraba en el hotel.
I don't remember if I spoke to her because they have different times and I wouldn't find them at the hotel.
Did they call you back?
¿Ellos le llamaron de regreso?
No me acuerdo, señor.
I don't remember, sir.
You mentioned a close friend named Alma, correct?
Usted mencionó una amistad cercana con el nombre de Alma, ¿correcto?
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
Is that Alma Guerrero?
¿Eso es Alma Guerrero?
No, señor.
No, sir.
Well, you do know Alma Guerrero, don't you?
Bueno, usted sí conoce a Alma Guerrero, ¿no es
No
así?
conozco a Alma Guerrero, yo, señor.
I do not know Alma Guerrero, sir.
Well, do you know a woman named Alma
Bueno, ¿conoce usted a una mujer cuyo nombre es Alma?
who
Sí,
works
se-
for a family on Rockingham?
Que trabaja con una familia sobre la Rockingham?
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to show you a document. I'm going to show you the address.
Le voy a mostrar un documento, le voy a mostrar la
I'm going to ask you to
dirección.
look at the address,
Le voy a pedir que vea la dirección.
if I may, Your Honor.
Yes.
Yo la busco, no se preocupe.
I'll look for it, don't worry about it.
May I point it out to you, ma'am?
Es over here, señor.
Yes.
30
Okay, just keep it to
Okay.
yourself.
Okay.
En silencio.
Ok.
All right. Is that the address where Alma works?
¿Ese es el domicilio de donde trabaja Alma?
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
And she is a housekeeper and a nanny, is that correct?
Y ella es una empleada doméstica y es niñera, ¿es eso correcto?
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
And she's someone that you speak to or used to speak to
Y ella es
almost on a
alguien
daily basis,
con
correct?
quien usted habla o con quien solía hablar casi diariamente, ¿correcto?
No todos los días, pero salíamos a caminar el baby.
Not every day, but we would go out to walk the baby.
Okay. And you would do that often, correct?
Y hacía eso con frecuencia, ¿correcto?
Cuando yo tenía tiempo.
When I had time.
Okay. And you would meet her in front of the Salinger's house?
Y se encontraba con ella frente a la casa de los señores Salinger.
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
And you would talk about the Simpson family?
Y hablaban con respecto a la familia Simpson.
No, porque yo no sé la vida de Mr. Simpson, señor.
No, because I don't know Mr. Simpson's life, sir.
Well, you would talk about the murders and how tragic it all was, correct?
Bueno, hablaban con respecto a los asesinatos y lo trágico que todo esto era, ¿correcto?
Ella tenía que saberlo si allí vive también.
She must have known it. She lives there too.
Well, but you and she talked about it on occasion, didn't you?
Muy bien, pero usted y ella hablaban con respecto a eso ocasionalmente, ¿correcto?
No, hablamos de otras cosas de la vida de nosotras.
No, we would talk about other things, about our own lives.
Okay. So you were living next door to Mr. Simpson's estate,
Así es que usted vivía,
but you
al
never
lado
talked
de
about
la
the
residencia
murders
del
with
señor
your best
Simpson.
friend Alma.
pero usted nunca habló con respecto.
Sustained. No, assumes facts that are not in evidence.
She said she was her best friend.
No, she said that's what she said.
No.
Okay. Is the Alma that works at 535?
I'm sorry, counsel.
See, you mentioned all the world now.
Well, all over the world knows now.
It's so bad.
Bad. Thank you. Okay. That's the Alma that works there is your best friend, correct?
La alma que trabaja ahí es su mejor amiga.
Somos
¿correcto?
amigas, señor.
We are friends, sir.
Okay. You've known her almost 5 years, correct?
Ya son casi 5 años de que usted la conoce.
No,
¿correcto?
señor.
No, sir.
How long have you known her?
¿Por cuánto tiempo la ha conocido?
Como unos 2 años y medio, por ahí.
About 2.5 years. Around there.
Okay. Well, during the many conversations you had with her,
Bueno, durante las numerosas conversaciones que usted ha tenido con ella,
you never mentioned anything about seeing the Bronco.
usted nunca mencionó nada
The
con
night of the
respecto
murders.
a haber visto el Bronco la noche de los asesinatos.
Correct?
¿Correcto?
No me recuerdo haberle dicho nada, señor.
I don't remember having told her anything, sir.
All right, Mr. Darden, I have to stop because of the videotape is running out at this point. You need to change tapes.
Okay. I would ask that Mr. Cochran not discuss the information I just gave the witness with the witness, Your Honor, during the break.
Ask her lawyer.
It's up to her lawyer.
Okay. Well, I'd ask that Mr. Cochran not give the information I just gave to him, to her lawyer.
Okay, no problem with that. Talk to her lawyer.
All right. All right, we'll stand in recess for 15. Have it quiet, please. All right, back on the record, all parties are present. Mr. Cochran, you had a comment?
Yes, Your Honor, I wanted to, while the cameras were going, to straighten out something for the record, the court pleases. At one of the sidebars, Mr. Darden said that some local channel or some, Mr. Darden and Ms. Clark said something about some television station was reporting that I was signaling the witness. That is absolutely ludicrous, and I think it's actionable. What happened, and we went back and my client, in fact, Mr. Simpson, reminded me, and I talked to the court reporter, when Mr. Darden asked Ms. Lopez a question about what we had talked about, and she said she was told to tell the truth. Mr. Darden started to he made a sound that was kind of like a laugh or some kind of a sound. I asked Your Honor to strike that from the record, if Your Honor recalls. I then looked at Chris, as I oftentimes do, and I asked her to strike that from the record. And I went like this, get that from the record or whatever. She was trying to tell me that she couldn't get a laugh or a smile or a grin down. And I wanted to make that clear for the record, that I will hold anyone actionable who would make any such a statement like that. I would never, ever do anything like that, and I very much resent it. And I would like, Your Honor, to hear from Chris with regard to the fact she sat there and watched me do that. Is that correct, Chris?
Yes, yes.
So I'm just furious that people would be so desperate, Your Honor, for a story. I've never looked at that witness. I wasn't paying attention to the witness. I was talking to the court reporter. From my seat here, I can barely see up there. And I was talking to her about striking that from the record. So I hope the record is clear in that regard, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Mr. Cochran.
Thank you very kindly, Your Honor.
All right, record should reflect that Rosa Lopez has again resumed the witness stand. Good afternoon again, Ms. Lopez. Hopefully this will be the end of it. I'm sorry.
For the conditional exam, even if that also, Mr. Darden did approach the witness stand. The conditional exam, would that be on the same tape?
I assume it's all on the same tape, and I assume we have a backup tape from Court TV.
You know, he approached the bench and asked some questions of the witness, and so I want to make sure that I get equal time with regard to this. But I didn't have my microphone on at that time, so I was just inquiring of the court and of Chris before the time.
I don't know. I don't know.
All right, before the end of the day, can we make sure that...
Do you want to secure the tape of that particular passage?
No. What I would like to do is to make sure that my response goes on that tape, because later on, you're going to have to be faced with editing that and making a judgment on that. That's what I'm trying to say.
All right, I'm not as concerned about that because we do still have the verbatim court reporter's transcript.
All right. What I was going to say, if the court wants me to, I'll go up by the witness and make the same kind of gestures that he did when he was at Ms. Lopez, is what I'm saying.
Well, we'll get to that when we get to redirect. All right, thank you for your comments, Mr.
Thank you.
Carter. All right, good afternoon again, Ms. Lopez. You're reminded you're still under oath. Mr. Darden, you may conclude your cross-examination.
Buenas tardes, señor.
Good afternoon, sir.
Subtle, huh?
Excuse me, Your Honor. Is there still a problem with the telestrator? There's a problem with the telestrator and with copying. And we haven't even gotten to the photographs we want to talk about, so just so you know.
He was indicating there's still a problem with the telestrator and the printer at this point, but we're going to proceed in its absence in any way.
Okay.
All right, proceed.
Okay. Ms. Lopez, you told us that you considered the information that you had
Usted nos dijo que usted consideraba la información que usted tenía
as somehow posing a danger.
en alguna forma presentaba un peligro.
Peligro, pero es una información que creo que no se le puede dar a cualquier persona, o sea, cualquier
Danger,
persona que
well,
no
this is
sepa.
the kind of information that you can't give to just anybody that doesn't know it.
Okay. All right, so you didn't give it to the police?
O sea, usted se la dio a la policía.
I objected to that. She did give it to the executive
Okay.
phone.
You know, I'm going to object
Overruled.
to...
Overruled. Counsel, let me make this real clear. Objections are objection, and then I'll ask you to state the legal grounds. Mr. Darden.
Okay. You didn't give this information to the police,
Usted
correct?
no le dio esta información a la policía, ¿verdad?
No,
No.
Did you give it to the police?
¿Usted se la dio a la policía?
no,
No.
Okay. Did you give the information to the Salingers? That is prior to January 15, 1995?
¿Usted le dio esta información a los Salinger? Eso quiere decir antes del 15 de enero de 1995?
no me recuerdo.
I don't remember.
Okay. You didn't give it to Alma Guerrero, right?
Usted no se la dio a Alma Guerrero, ¿correcto?
Yo no creo que... Ah, no me acuerdo, señor.
I don't remember, sir.
Prior to the break, you told us that you did not tell your friend Alma about having seen the Bronco, correct?
Overruled.
Can I have the question read back, please?
Prior to the break, you told us you did not tell your friend Alma about having seen the Bronco, correct?
No me acuerdo yo, señor.
I'm sorry, what did she say?
She doesn't
I,
remember.
I don't remember, sir.
Okay. You don't remember telling Alma, or you don't remember telling us?
¿Usted no recuerda habérselo dicho a Alma o no recuerda habérnoslo dicho a nosotros?
No me acuerdo, señor.
I don't remember, sir.
You don't remember your testimony from 15 or 20 minutes ago?
¿Usted no recuerda su propio testimonio de hace 15, 20 minutos?
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
Can't remember it?
¿Usted no lo puede recordar?
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
Can you remember your testimony from this morning?
¿Usted puede recordar su propio testimonio de esta mañana?
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You also have a friend named Sylvianne Walker, correct?
The
You
last
have a
name?
friend named Sylvianne Walker?
Usted también tiene una amiga que se llama Sylvia Ann Walker, ¿verdad?
Ella no es mi amiga, señora, ella fue mi patrona porque es muy rica para que sea mi amiga.
She's not my friend, sir. She's my boss. She is too rich to be my friend.
Okay. She is someone you used to work for, correct?
Ella es una persona para la que usted trabajaba antes, ¿verdad?
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
You worked for her prior to your working for the Salingers, correct?
Y usted trabajó para ella antes de haber trabajado para los Salinger, ¿verdad?
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
And you've been working for the Salingers for 3 years, correct?
Y usted ha estado trabajando para los Salinger por 3 años, ¿verdad?
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
But you do speak to Miss Walker on occasion, correct?
Pero usted habla con la señora Walker ocasionalmente, ¿verdad?
De vez en cuando, señor.
Once in a while, sir.
You also know Miss Walker's husband, correct?
Usted también conoce al esposo de la señora Walker, ¿verdad?
Oh, sí, señor.
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay. And you like him a lot, correct?
Y él le cae muy bien a usted, ¿verdad?
Todas las personas buenas caen bien, señor.
All good people, I think all good people are nice, sir.
Okay. And you usually cook him a birthday dinner every year, correct?
Usted generalmente le cocina a él una cena de cumpleaños todos los años, ¿verdad?
Cuando me necesitan, sí, señor.
When they need me, yes, sir.
Okay. Do you recall calling Miss Walker in August 1994?
¿Usted recuerda haber llamado a la señora Walker en agosto de 1994?
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
And you and Miss Walker discussed the murders, correct?
Y usted y la señora Walker hablaron de los asesinatos, ¿verdad?
No recuerdo que hayamos hablado de asesinato, señor. Hablamos de la cena que le iba a hacer al señor.
I don't remember that we discussed about any murder, sir. I do remember about the dinner that we were going to cook for the gentleman.
Are you saying you don't remember because you don't remember?
Está dic-
Or are you saying,
It's a vague question. Why don't you rephrase it?
you know, so
No hay problema.
there are about 50 questions that I've asked you now that you don't remember.
Overruled.
Hay ahora como 50 preguntas que le he hecho de las cuales usted no sabe la respuesta.
That you don't remember the answer to, or the event, or the time, or the
Usted no
occasion.
recuerda la ocasión o la hora.
All right, I'm going to sustain the objection. It's actually compound and complex because it calls for many several different answers. Why don't you rephrase the question?
Ms. Lopez, during the conversation you had with Ms. Walker,
Señora López, durante esa conversación que usted tuvo con la señora Walker,
did you tell her that you had information regarding the location of the Bronco the night of the murders?
usted le dijo a ella que usted tenía información tocante al lugar donde el Bronco en la noche de los asesinatos?
No me recuerdo habérselo dicho, señor.
I don't remember having said that to her, sir.
Did someone tell you that if you say that you don't remember something, that it'll make it easier for you?
¿Alguien le ha dicho a usted que si usted dice que no se recuerda algo, que le va a salir todo más fácil a usted?
No, señor.
No, sir.
Okay. You didn't tell Alma that you saw the Bronco.
Usted no le dijo a Alma que usted vio el
Did
Bronco,
you?
¿verdad?
No recuerdo haberle contado eso a ella.
What's the objection? Overruled.
You didn't tell Alma that you saw the Bronco that night, did you?
Usted no recuerda haberle dicho a Alma que usted había visto el Bronco esa noche, ¿verdad?
No me recuerdo, pregúntenle a ella si se lo dije, porque no me acuerdo.
I don't remember. Ask her if I told her, because I don't remember.
Okay, well, if I told you that she told us that you never told her about it,
Overruled. Set to 770 Foundation.
if I told you that she told us,
Si yo le digo a usted que ella nos contó a nosotros,
Rephrase.
are you aware that we spoke to Alma?
usted sabe, usted tiene conocimiento.
Overruled. I think she understands who we're talking about.
¿Usted tiene conocimiento que hemos hablado con Alma?
No, señor, usted nunca me lo ha dicho.
No, sir. It's never been said to me.
Didn't you testify earlier that Alma told you that we had spoken to her
¿No dijo usted?
some time ago?
I'm sorry.
Didn't you testify earlier that you knew that we had spoken to Alma before?
No es que
Objection, that misstates the testimony.
Sustained.
She did tell us that earlier.
Objection, he's going to be speaking,
Same.
now saying objection.
Sustained.
Okay. During the conversation you had with Ms. Walker,
durante la conversación que usted tuvo con la señora Walker,
did you discuss the upcoming trial of O.J. Simpson?
¿usted habló del juicio pendiente de O.J. Simpson?
No, señor.
No, sir.
Did you discuss the possibility that you might testify?
¿Usted habló de
case.
de la posibilidad que usted podía atestiguar?
No recuerdo, señor.
I don't remember, sir.
Did you discuss the possibility that you might testify in this case?
Usted habló de la posibilidad de que existía la posibilidad que usted iba a rendir testimonio en este caso.
Con ella no me recuerdo haberle dicho eso, señor.
I don't remember having said that to her, sir.
Does that mean that you did or that you didn't?
¿Eso quiere decir que usted lo hizo o no lo hizo?
No, señor.
No, sir.
Okay. Well, who did you tell about the Bronco? That is, during the year 1994.
Pero
Did you
¿a
tell
quién
anybody?
le dijo usted acerca del Bronco durante el año de 1994? ¿Usted le contó a alguien?
Se lo dije al señor que me fue, al investigador, señor.
I said this to the to the investigator, sir.
Mr. Bill?
El señor Mayo?
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
And is he the only person you told this to during 1994?
Él es la única persona a quien usted le dijo esto durante el año de 1994.
Después había otra persona, no me acuerdo su apellido.
Later on, there was another person, I don't remember the last name.
Does that person work for Mr. Johnny?
Esa persona trabaja para el señor Johnny.
No lo sé, señor.
I don't know that, sir.
Who does that person work for, if you know?
¿Para quién trabaja esa persona, si usted sabe?
Parece que para Mr. Shapiro, yo no sé.
It seems that it's for Mr. Shapiro. I don't know.
Other than that person and Mr. Bill, did you tell anybody else during 1994?
Además de esa persona y el señor Bill, ¿usted le contó a alguien más en el año de 1994?
No recuerdo si a quién más.
I don't remember who else, sir.
Well, did you tell someone else?
¿Usted le contó a alguien más?
Ya le dije que no me acuerdo, señor.
I already told you that I don't remember, sir.
During your conversation with Ms. Walker,
Durante su conversación con la señora Walker,
isn't it true that you told her,
¿no es cierto que usted le dijo a ella,
quote, O.J. Simpson is a great guy,
repito al pie de la letra,
and I'll testify
no
to
es cierto que
anything?
el señor O.J. Simpson es una
anytime.
magnífica persona, yo voy a atestiguar a su favor en cualquier momento?
No me acuerdo.
I don't remember.
You're not denying having made that statement then.
Pero no está negando que usted dijo eso entonces.
Es que no me acuerdo si se lo dije, ¿no?
It's that I don't remember if I said that or not.
So you could have said that.
O sea, usted podría haber dicho eso.
No lo sé, señor.
I don't know, sir.
I have a moment, Your Honor.
Certainly.
Ms. Lopez,
Señora López o señorita López.
you spoke to the investigators,
Usted habló con los
Mr.
investigadores,
Bill and the other man, during August,
con el
correct?
señor Bill y con el otro señor durante el mes de agosto, ¿verdad?
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
You spoke to Ms. Walker during August, correct?
Usted habló con la señora Walker durante el mes de agosto, ¿verdad?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, you spoke to Ms. Walker after you spoke to the investigators, correct?
Usted habló con la señora Walker después de que usted habló con los investigadores, ¿verdad?
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
And so when you spoke to Ms. Walker, you knew that you might be testifying in this case, correct?
Así que cuando usted habló con la señora Walker, usted sabía que existía la posibilidad que podía rendir testimonio en este caso, ¿verdad?
Y yo les había dicho a los investigadores que yo no quería venir a testiguar a corte, señor.
I had told the investigators that I didn't want to come and testify in court, sir.
Ms. Lopez, did you
Señora
tell
López.
Ms. Walker that you would testify to anything, anytime?
¿Usted le dijo a la señora Walker que usted iba a testiguar, a rendir testimonio sobre cualquier cosa en cualquier momento?
No me acuerdo haberlo dicho, señor.
I don't remember having said that to her,
Ms.
sir.
Lopez, this is supposed to be the murder case of the century.
Objection?
Sustain. No. I'm sustaining the objection.
There's something else I wanted to point out, where I want to be aware of.
All right, with the reporter, please.
Thank you.